Uh, just give me a second here. Also waiting for people to filter in. We're only streaming until Torcha gets out of work because I gotta go pick her up. So, definitely a spur of the moment thing. We've got some very major news of y'all, as y'all have seen. So, I'm just doing some things here real quick. Something that I did forget to do. Wait, I do gotta grab my charger real quick. Oh, if y'all see me glancing in this direction here, I'm taking a quick look at chat while on new initiative. Oh, wait, I just realized. Okay, I actually have to change shirts real quick for reasons. Okay, so I just want to get my actual thoughts here. Hold up. I want to get my actual thoughts, and what is this channel going to look like? I'm going to be honest here. The game has been steadily losing me since Witch Queen. It's been steadily losing me since Witch Queen. However, it started to really lose me before Edge of Fate. It started to really lose me during Season of the Plunder. Season of the Plunder was the first time I had an actual really bad low, where I really actually wanted to start dropping the game. But Crota's End saved it. No, it wasn't Season of the Plunder. It was Season of the Witch. Right. Yeah, it was Season of the Witch. Yeah, so after that season, I really started wanting to just completely quit out. But it brought me back. Edge of Fate was another time where I just wanted to dip out entirely. Not because of that'll end in the story, but because how much I disliked it. And I really disliked the episodes, both of them. The only episode I actually liked was Heresy. And then, you know, I went ahead and did Edge of Fate, which, you know, my feelings with Edge of Fate. Then Renegades launched, which was a little bit better. Now, some thoughts. First thing I want to say. Those of you that are like, oh, wow, I can't love, of course, Star Wars is the thing that Destiny 2 has ended on. First off, Star Wars is what saved your game. You would not have, Forsaken is heavily inspired by Star Wars. Destiny as a franchise is heavily inspired by Star Wars. Go take those complaints elsewhere. You are part of the problem. That's like me saying the Lovecraftian stuff was unnecessary in Bloodborne, and playing Bloodborne and be like, oh, I can't believe they have Lovecraftian stuff in here. From Lovecraftian from the start. What? What are we doing? If I dislike something about a game, dislike it from the start. Don't start disliking it because it becomes a little bit more obvious. Now, as far as this channel goes, well, first off, there are a few items from my time playing this game that I will always hold dear. First is my King's Fall raid ring. It'll always be precious. And then my Crota's End raid ring. Those two rings will remain some of my highest prized items that I own. Now, thankfully, I did not fully invest into Destiny 2 being my main thing. That is something that a lot of content creators did, as an honestly mistake. Make sure you can blow it pretty quickly by focusing on one game. However, when you become known for one game only, you get yourself pigeonholed. And that's something I knew I didn't want to do. I want my channel to be a reflection of myself. And I play other stuff. Some of y'all are not subscribed for Destiny 2 stuff. Some of y'all are subbed for Souls game stuff. Or even to see like new PlayStation games and y'all are not able to play. Some of y'all are even here for my reviews. So, especially now that my audience isn't that young necessarily. My biggest portion is 18 to 20 or something, is somewhere in that range. My second largest is like 25 plus or something like that. So I have a pretty big demographic in terms of that area. But not much is going to change. Destiny 2 content will cease. after Operation Sharpo, there's going to be a few final projects that I'm going to work on. One being properly ranking all the raids, ranking all the dungeons. Um, After that, though, that's it. I was a little bit surprised that there is no Destiny 3 at all in development. I thought, if anything, that a D3 would be in pre-production or something like that, but the fact that it's not in any sort of production kind of baffles me. And the mass layoffs tells me that there is going to be no D3 being made until it's pushed through Sony's head that Marathon's never going to succeed. And I'm not saying this as a Destiny lover or anything like that. Um, I'm not saying this as a Marathon hater or anything like that. For me, I'm indifferent on Marathon. I'm indifferent. Like, I don't care. In that sense of neither like hating or loving it. I just tell it like it is. And the fact of the matter is, Marathon will fail. Marathon will fail. Arc Raiders is only successful because there's a smaller team behind it. Bungie, if they're not working on a Destiny-specific project, Bungie will close down by the end of next year. Bungie will officially close down at the end of next year. Because something to keep in mind here, all live service games will start to plummet when GTA 6 comes out. They will start to plummet, and I mean plummet for a long time. In terms of like a little more than a year. Because keep in mind, that isn't the only juggernaut that's coming in. In terms of live service, like GTA is treated like a live service game, even though it isn't. The other game is coming out next year, being Xenoverse 2. That's going to pull a fuck ton of people off of live service games. And like fighting game like Dragon Ball is the biggest anime game. Dragon Ball has the biggest anime games. Period. Not even just like fighting games, but anime games. Period. So Marathon isn't gonna survive. It just isn't. It's not gonna be making enough money. It doesn't matter if they add a PvE mode. They're gonna, if anything, they might try to push Marathon to be as much like Destiny 2 as possible, but Marathon will never be Destiny. Marathon will never be Destiny. But I have a mission to continue. I have a mission. And I have yet to complete that mission. And that mission is to make sure I'm in the top percentile, like top 0.1% of Legend of Acreus users. It has to be my #1 used exotic. I will keep using it until Bungie puts out that email. And I hope they put out that email. Because I have been doing this challenge and making sure it stays my #1 for almost for like about 8 or 9 months now. I've been keeping up with it. And let me go ahead and sit y'all back down with me. Oh, that's right. These are still going on, so that's why I'm kind of losing part of the reason, but also this charger sucks. Balls. Okay. That's first up. Do I even need this light on? No, I don't. Okay. Sorry, it is distracting me. Also, I'm going to disable preview so I don't have to look at it as often. My chat is around here. Oh. Wow. I guess. Let's go through memory lane a little bit here. I will be doing some Portal stuff because I should probably push to complete the season pass, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be easy for me to do. First off, stasis history I'm not using, so that's a fat no. Revoke command, someone to pick up gather, that's fine. It's a no. Weapon, that's fine. All the rest of these are fine. Defeat targets with void or strand damage, I'm not doing. Let's take a trip through memory lane. Might as well collect that engram. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get to these. My goal is to at least just get this. This is hard to do. Deepstone Crypt is my first raid. Deepstone Crypt was my first raid. It wouldn't be right for me to not end it with Deepstone Crypt. I think when I finally done with the game, even though it's going to be really hard to do, because I've been playing Destiny longer than I've been with Torchic. Destiny has been around in my life longer than Torchic has. Well, Torchic in terms of dating and whatnot. Torchic and I have known each other for like over a decade. But this has been longer than Torchic and I's relationship. Which is insane considering how long we've been together. But when I'm finally done, Deepstone Crypt will be the last raid I do. Deepstone Crypt will be the last raid I do. I'll say I kind of can't wait until June because I'm really gonna have a ton of fun teaching raids and dungeons again. I'm gonna have a lot of fun, and I know buddy of mine Fox is planning on getting back into the game. That's gonna be really fun. I hope Mexican's gonna be around as well. Mexican is a true OG, like true OG, because he was in the fire team I did my first raid with. And we did some duality. We did duality as well when it opened. Take a look at my titles second, but my most prized emblem, because it was the first emblem that I got that I really, really earned, was dealing with Escalation Protocol. I have two old emblems that are my favorite. One is the Savathun's, Savathun Song emblem. Because I just love the look of that emblem. Also, I did a Garden World emblem, but where is it? Is it Underworld? Nope. Yes, this one. This one. This was for doing, this one was for doing an Escalation Protocol Triumph. I forget what the specific Triumph was in relation to, but this was tied to an Escalation Protocol thing. And this is my oldest but most prized emblem. And of course, my raid emblems. I only ever completed one day one raid. I did complete a few. Just a minute. Yeah, it was Root of Nightmares. Was the only day has been the only day one raid that I've completed. I've attempted all of them. Of Vow the Disciple and Onward, but I've only succeeded in Root of Nightmares. But I have never progressed a raid past one encounter with an original team. And I did do this, and I did get these two emblems from Pantheon. I didn't do the rest because I didn't really feel like it. There was just no rewards in Pantheon for me, and I was not interested in the title at the time. I have one shader. I have one shader. Oh wait, no, it's under activities, right? There's two shaders. I have the Flawless Deepstone Crypt shader, and I have the Ensilvered Snare, which I don't remember where it's at in here. Oh, I forgot Umbral Rumble. Oh, there it was at the end. Ensilver Snare from Flawless Grasp of Avarice. It was. I think it's from Flawless. I don't think it's from Solo. It's from Flawless, or is it from Solo? Is either from Solo or Flawless. I solo Flawless Grasp of Avarice. Oh, something I did want to check. What weapons don't actually have catalysts that I have been any sort of interested in using? Because Bungie said there was catalysts for guns that don't. They're adding catalysts for guns, and I don't know which ones are missing. Oh wait, does Eyes of Tomorrow even have a catalyst? Because I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. The Eyes of Tomorrow, I believe, is the only raid exotic missing a catalyst. Yes, the only raid exotic not that's missing a catalyst. I think there is one other though. Because I think there's only two exotics that are missing a catalyst. Yes, and the other one is Divinity. Divinity also does not have a catalyst. So Divinity and Eyes of Tomorrow are the only raids that are missing a raid exotics that are missing a catalyst. Does Bad Juju has a catalyst, right? Yeah, it does. How many ornaments I'm missing? A lot of these ornaments I'm missing on purpose. I have 14 active titles and 16 legacy titles. I have 30 titles in total. I do have Reveler. Sorry, I didn't mean to equip that. But I have Reveler. Which Reveler's no longer a thing, or it was something that was gilded. We'll equip my favorite title being Swordbearer. After that, Season of the Chosen. Splicer, in my opinion, like, I think Chosen is probably the best season, but Splicer is my personal favorite season, honestly. I love Splicer. Then, fuck, I keep equipping it when I don't mean to. Season of the Lost, I did all of those. The Moments of Triumph. By the way, y'all can tell, it's been a long time since I've hopped on Destiny 2. I've just been too busy with Lego Batman, honestly. I've been trying to get the story done so I can put out a review for y'all. Torchic and I right now are on Chapter 3 right now. We're on Chapter 3, and there's 5 chapters. So, yeah. Then I did Haunteds. I skipped Risens because I wasn't a big fan of it. I did Plunders because I was close anyways. Seraph, I was not as big of a fan of Season of the Seraph as most of the people were. But being perfectly honest, I should have probably finished it because look, I was kind of close to it, but I didn't really feel like it. Did that Moments of Triumph. I didn't do Queensguard either because I was not a fan of that season. Season of Plunder I did. What was this? Season of the Witch I did as well. Then Wishbearer I did. Moments of Triumph again. Pantheon again I didn't earn. I believe it is still to this day the second most common raid title. Deepstone Crypt being the only one that's more common than it. Then I did Into the Light. Didn't do Legend because it was too grindy. I didn't do the Echoes because I hated it. I did this one kind of by accident, and because I was one triumph away, and it didn't require all of them. It didn't require this one. Then I did Heresy because I actually did enjoy Heresy. The Moments of Triumph 2024. I did not do The Rite of Deny because I didn't like it very much. Now, for titles that I really want to get done, I want to get Last Wish done. I have not done some of these. Like Petra's Run, I need to get some of these actual challenges done. I need to beat the raid entirely on Arc, entirely on Solar, and entirely on Void. So that's something that I need to do. That I would like to do. Garden of Salvation, I am not interested. Oh, fuck. Why the fuck is it there? Thanks, Breakfast, for letting me know. There we are. Now you can see the screen. When it showed me on Enable Preview, it didn't show me that. Ah! Yeah. Right now, going through some of the titles. I have 30 titles in total. I plan on finishing Riven's I would like to finish Riven's Bane. I'm missing a few of the encounter challenges, but I still need to do Void, Solar, Arc, and then Petra's Run of Last Wish. But it's a flawless. Shadow Keep, I don't plan on doing. Also, fun fact, Divinity and Eyes of Tomorrow are the only exotics that are tied to raids that do not have catalysts. So I'm curious if they're getting catalysts now. They'll only raid exotics that do not have catalyst. And I believe Xenophage does not have a catalyst, right? Because Witchender does, but Xenophage doesn't either, right? Oh, no, I was not eating. Does it not have a catalyst? It doesn't have a catalyst. Oh, Anarchy does not have a catalyst either. I forgot about Anarchy. So I would assume Anarchy, Xenophage, Eyes of Tomorrow will probably get catalysts. That's what I'm gonna assume. Also, because the old Pantheon stuff is returning, I'm gonna assume that Legend of Acreus ornament is gonna be available again. If Scourge is returning in some way, shape, or form, I'm gonna assume that Anarchy's ornament's gonna return as well, and I would hope that they add new ornaments for others. Armor should not get catalyst. No. Let's appreciate that armors are getting tier 5 stats. And they're getting the fashion for legendary armors, which is so useful for me, because that is the one thing that has locked fashions down for me and has forced and has pigeonholed me into using certain exotics when I don't usually want to, is fashion. And like, I have to... This has mainly been a problem with the Moro setup and Joe Hendry in a way as well. That's kind of been forcing my hand. Also, God of War has been a major issue as well. I do actually have a Kratos setup right here in the works, but the fashion, I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I had to make sacrifices. Yeah, they did. But yeah, Riven's Bane, I will not be doing. Deepstone Crypt is my first seal as well. Also the only raid that I flawless. Vault of Glass, if I can get enough chads to help me finish it, I would like to finish it. Yeah. I'm curious to see those new abilities too. I'm assuming they're gonna let us shoot through bubble. They're gonna let us they're gonna let us shoot through bubble. And the new Titan aspect is probably gonna be a support aspect. That's my biggest guess. Yeah, Vault of Vogon Master, I need to do. And then Eyes on Atheon, I don't know how to do this because everybody that I know that has this title or has this triumph done, they did it while the cheese was still around. And the cheese is not active. You can't do the cheese anymore. So, I don't have much to do for that. I would like to finish this, but I'm okay with not finishing it. The Anniversary of Vows title I have. I have all raid titles after this until Salvation's Edge. Ooh! Ooh! The Gambit title I have done! This was hard. This was hard. I think it was... What was the hardest part of this to do? I think it was Thrillmonger. Thrillmonger? No, it was Protect the Runner. Protect the Runner was the hardest shit to do in this game. Like, it was actual cancer. This was awful. I'm only coming back until, so, like, of course I'm doing the Operation Sherpa event. But I will stick around after that, just not in a full sharpening capacity until Tokon Fighters comes out. When Tokon Fighters comes out, that's when I got a main. Sorry, Torchic sent me something. I'm just like, I will say, Torchic used to play Destiny 2. I don't know if they've done enough to bring her back necessarily, but I also really haven't asked her. I also have to record all the raids. I have to record all the raids, so I have to do Garden of Salvation at least one more time. Yeah, but I already determined, like, no matter what Bungie did, I was quitting after this expansion. Like, I was just dropping it. The only way they were bringing me back was Wrath of the Machine. But I already said that I was going to be leaving, so it didn't matter what they did. They could have added a Siva class or taken a subclass, I still would not have came back. And not just because of the state of Destiny 2, but also because this year is stacked. This year is stacked. This year is stacked. And next year, Xenoverse 3 is happening? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Like I said, people are sleeping on Xenoverse 3. People are sleeping on how much, like, though that's going to do big level numbers. Big level numbers. There is no anime game more popular than Dragon Ball. There is not. There isn't. There will probably never be either. Also, it's kind of huge in the fighting game space as well. Well, then there was Trajan. Spar the Watcher. I have most dungeon titles completed. I'm not doing Ghost of the Deep. I'm not doing Ghost of the Deep. It requires too much shit. It requires me to solo Ghost of the Deep. I am not doing that. Duality, I do need to do. Because, Fireteam full of clanmates. It's the last triumph I'm missing for this. I do need to do that for Duality. Yeah, I mean, I did predict that Destiny was going to go on hiatus mode. I am a little bit shocked that Destiny 3 was not even in production at all. What I said was like it could have been an early, but I suspected that like if anything it was like an early, maybe like a year out. So it's because the announcement just felt so sudden. I'm just really shocked and surprised that Destiny 3 wasn't even in talks or anything. Apparently they were trying to make some kind of Destiny project happen, but this isn't generational idiotic move from Sony. This is a generational idiotic move from Sony. Like, what the fuck are they actually doing? Sony is mismanaged to shit. And this goes beyond Bungie's whole situation. They've waited fucking ages to do a God of War 3 or like a God of War remake. They've waited fucking ages to do that. Why? Bloodborne has not had a remaster or remake. Like, I understand Miyazaki has some shenanigans, but you have Bluepoint. What the fuck are you doing? Also, for my Kingdom Hearts fans, why haven't they released a Kingdom Hearts remake? Or a fourth game? Why have you done nothing with Kingdom Hearts as an IP? So, like, and going into live services like Concord, Marathon, and yes, Marathon is in that camp because Sony's dumping all their resources into Marathon. Don't get me started on Last of Us. Don't get me started on Last of Us. Last of Us. Last of Us Part 2. Also, let's not talk about Days Gone. Days Gone got a remaster for what? By the way, Days of Gone didn't actually do super duper well. It didn't. And Last of Us Part 2. I'm sorry, but how are you gonna beat Hades 2, Doom Eternal? Oh, like, how are you gonna beat those games in like action categories and whatnot? At least Ghost of Tsushima won Game of the Year, but holy shit. That's why I hate gaming. I hate Game Awards. Like, remember what I said. The best money move for Sony would have been to put Destiny 2 in hiatus mode, like they've done. But working on Destiny 3 or D1 Remaster. D1 Remaster will likely not happen. Based on internals from Sony, they don't believe that remasters are the way to go. That's why they get rid of Bluepoint. They saw Shadow of the Colossus didn't do well, and Demon Souls didn't do as well as they were hoping it would. Which, I mean, like, most people hadn't heard of Demon Souls. Ooh, if that's the case, honestly, if any community deserves a sequel more than Bloodborne, it's the Kingdom Hearts community. What I'm predicting from the June 2nd State of Play, and I'm going to call it right now, I was right last time as well, but I'm going to guess some of these are conditional. If Phantom Blade Zero is going to be featured, it's going to be an announcement of a demo. If it is not featured there might not be a demo. I hope there's a Phantom Blade Zero demo. We will get a Halo on the PS5 release date. If it is indeed coming out this summer, we're getting a release date then. Marvel's Tokon Fighters, we are getting a full roster reveal. We're getting a full roster reveal. Outside of that, maybe another trailer for GTA 6. Maybe another trailer for Sparking Zeroes, a summer DLC. Outside of that, in terms of new games, also they are going to definitely have a marathon launch trailer. We'll probably get a Destiny 2 whatever update there. If they're going to indeed call this a Shadow and Order update, they'll release a trailer for that probably then as well. But those are my guesses for State of Play. Bloodborne will not be there. Bloodborne's not happening. Miyazaki, they're definitely holding to Miyazaki is focusing on like Miyazaki doing it. But they're working on Dustbots right now. Nothing Xbox will do will get me to switch to Xbox ever. I hate the controllers. That's why I think I hate the controllers. But if Xbox can bring out some competition, that'd be great. That'd be great. So, but back to some Destiny 2 specific stuff. I'm not doing Rune of Nightmares Triumph. I'm not doing it. Fuck Rune of Nightmares. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing Master or anything like that. Rune of Nightmares kind of started a trend of being burned on newer raids. I did do King's Fall. King's Fall was not a bad Triumph to do. Lightfall, ironically, despite how much I ripped on Lightfall, Lightfall is the only Destination Triumph that I've actually completed. It didn't complete Beyond Lights, didn't complete Witch Queens. Oh, I forgot about the Horizon, live service. Extraction shooter, or extraction whatever. For some reason. Kingdom Hearts. I would like to see Kingdom Hearts 4 being announced. That would probably be their final thing, or starting thing. Because God of War Remaster, the God of War Remake, because it's so early in development, they probably won't have anything until next year. Because they said in the previous State of Play that it was very early in development, so I would not expect to see any God of War remake or anything like that. If there is a new game, they probably will leave that for Game Awards or something like that. Yeah, that fucking weird-ass Horizon Zero Dawn shit. PlayStation has not had exclusives in a while. Outside of course, Insomniac. Insomniac Games has honestly been carrying Sony. Like, with the Spider-Man games and like Wolverine and shit, they've been carrying the PlayStation exclusives. Like, holy shit. I forgot they reset all the seasonal stuff. Swordbearer is still probably my favorite title that I've collected. Just because it is the second rarest raid title, only behind Desert Perpetual, I believe? No, it might be the third rarest now, because I believe Salvation's Edge is rarer. And I have no titles completed. Except for, the Christmas event, but that one auto-completed. Pretty much. Haven't completed a single one. I don't plan on completing any of these. I don't plan on completing Edge of Fates. I don't plan on completing Renegades. Did Equilibrium not have... Sundered Doctrine have one? I don't own Sundered Doctrine, so... Oh, this was the Equilibrium tribe. I don't plan on doing it because of feats. I don't care about feats. I don't plan on doing any of these new ones. Yeah, I'm not upgrading beyond a PS5 until that thing croaks. When my PS5 croaks is when I'll get a new console. That's when I'll get a new console. And the PS6 could get announced soon. Because apparently it's like 2 or 3 years out. I'm not getting a PS6. Unless Bloodborne is on the PS6, I ain't getting it. But yeah, I'll be real. I don't think I'm gonna start really getting super duper emotional about it until like it actually happens. Because I'm still in a state of disbelief. And what sucks is Psycho doesn't even have time to really hop on. He's the one that got me into the game. He doesn't really even have time to hop on or like really play the game that much. Which is crazy. And what's even crazier is I need Bungie to send out that email so I can stop using this. Just insane. And damn, Sparrow Racing is coming back. I would say it's going to be really nice going back to the screen, like a similar screen to this again. That's going to be really nice. But I wish we could have got Red War back. It sucks that we aren't. Oh yeah, I already have Barrier and Overload. Sucks we're getting no Red War back. We're not getting Tangled Shore or Forsaken back. It kind of sucks we're getting no Wrath of the Machine. We're getting no Wrath of the Machine will never return. Which sucks for me. The won't ever get. I won't really ever be able to get. I won't ever really be able to do it anymore. No promotion again. I can't wait till these modifiers dip out. I actually don't need this. We'll do right to Hypernova, I guess. The reason why I'm gonna say Forsaken's not, because like Red War's actually just deleted. It's not that Red War is unplayable, it's deleted. And Forsaken, there is no finale raid. There is no finale raid. Pantheon is it. They're not releasing another raid. And they're not releasing, although they might, the only thing they might do is they might still release Epic Equilibrium. But we have no confirmation on that either. But yeah, no, this June update, that's it. Like, there is no more raids. There is no more dungeons. We're getting Pantheon and that's it. And those are the raided dungeons. And we're getting a loot refresh and whatnot. We don't even know if all the weapons are coming back with Pantheon. Because it could just only be a few. This time Pantheon, though, will be permanent. Pantheon will be permanent, but yeah, we're not getting another raid. No more Day 1 raid races. No more Day 1 dungeon races. There's going to be no more secrets to chase. So that chess puzzle that we had a while back, nope. It's actually Joe. It's actually Joe over. Which is crazy to say. And the story that they've kind of tried to build up with Resident 9 or whatever, going nowhere. Which is insane to say. We won't get to see Zavala clap Kaido's cheeks. We won't ever get to see that. No more exotic missions. No more balance patches either. June update is it. Which is insane to say. Oh, hunger's an easy one to do. Look how many modifiers I have to put on just to get an A+ rating. But wait, don't I need just a B for this? Oh yeah, I just need a B? Fuck that shit. I'm not doing all this. I just need a B. Can I do this and still? No. Okay, that answered my question. Let's remove some of these. Can I remove this? B+. Okay. I'm assuming I cannot remove that. Okay, can I just add... Sorry, ooh, can I just add this back? Yeah, this will be a B+, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so I'm glad that Gambit Ops are gonna be added. So that, you know... Hey, I'm gonna do a little bit of Gambit. I'm gonna do a little bit of Gambit. I'm gonna do a little bit of Gambit, a little bit of Sparrow Racing. I'm literally going to keep like some recorded footage on my external hard drive, because I do have an external hard drive, because I don't have enough storage. My actual PC itself. I'm gonna be dumping a bunch of Destiny 2 videos on there.
We are inserting you in hostile territory without backup. Stick to your objectives.
Don't worry, Saint.
Oh, that also means we're not getting another... Oh, Precision? Oh, it's falling. I can do it. We're not getting a new Stasis Super. Unless it comes with the stuff. We're not getting a new Stasis Super. We're not getting a new Strand Super. Oh, come on. I might just say fuck it and not do precision hits. No kills. As I can tell, it has been a long time since I played this game. It's been a long time since I've actually been on PC as a whole. Okay, I'm actually gonna get myself a new challenge thing. Also, Arc and Solar Titan are not getting new supers either. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that they are not doing a Taken subclass or a Siva subclass, because there's not going to be any more content to use it in. And if they do that, where are you pulling the resources from? You're going to lose things like Sparrow Racing League and that sort of thing. So
will be long gone before major reinforcements arrive.
It's probably for the best that they didn't do any more subclass stuff, because, you know, we wouldn't be getting Sparrow Racing League or all of the weapons getting their loot refreshes and whatnot. Q knockout. Yeah. Oh, why are you shooting my shank? Fuck you, Dreg. Yeah. The only reason why I'm not even gonna be. Oh, sorry, I should probably kill this champion. Okay. Alright, overload. I don't have a ton of ammo, so I gotta be a little careful. Woo! And like, if a D3 does end up happening, like, I'm also gonna be looking at the end of this, what they plan on doing with like the side characters and wrapping up the story. Because like, that's, to me, is going to be a good indication on if, like, say for example they do plan on doing like a D3 or something like that. If like Sony approves of one, that's going to be a great indication on... That's going to be a good indication on, like, if a D3 is made, will we be starting from a, will we be starting from a completely new Guardian, or are we just going to be picking up where we left off? That's something that I don't want to happen. I don't want to be like, oh, we're just picking up right where we left off. What's the fucking point? What is the point then? I'm assuming you're meaning Edge of Fate? Yeah. But Bunny's been losing to me even before the portal. Mainly because they've been downsizing the content for a long time. Beyond Light was the last time we got more than one strike. Well, no, Witch Queen was the last time we got more than one strike in an expansion. Beyond Light was the last time we got more than two. So I believe Europa has 3 strikes, right? Let me double check myself, even though I am on a timer. Even though I am on a timer. Right, because Europa has... No, Europa only has 2, right? Did Beyond Light really only have 1 strike? I thought Beyond Light had more than 1. There's no way. Because Beyond Light had Empire Hunts, that's why I felt like it had more. Yeah, only 1 strike in an expansion is crazy. Hey, I was saying that when people were going like, hey, this new model might be good. I was like, oh... Seasonal model is actually pretty decent, but the problem was they kept downsizing what the seasonal model was offering. If you look at what Year of Beyond Light as a whole had in terms of content, the years after that just didn't hold the candle. We got a strike during a season. The next time that happened was in Heresy. Year of Night is definitely not a return to form. I would say it's kind of what was their Into the Light version this time? They tried replicating it. I am not getting a ton of heavy ammo, and that's a problematic for me. How am I supposed to act clear with Acreus if I don't have ammo for it? Like, fuck! Oh! Which one? Are you gonna be the weak one? Okay, that almost just nuked my shit. Blind. Fuck you. Fuck you some more. Ah! I was just double checking. Making sure Torchic hasn't called me. The fuck did I spawn all the way back here? I think they need to go back to leaning on horror. Because that's something that, what am I got my super backpack? Because that's something that Destiny 1 does that, not too many people are actually picking up on. Destiny 2 just has almost no horror elements to it. Destiny 1 is pretty heavily inspired by horror. Oh my god! Fuck, I'm dead. I'm not gonna say forget everyone else, because Marathon had the same ideology, and look where they are right now. And to me, it's crazy, because some people are saying, like, oh yeah, Marathon's doing just as well as Destiny is right now. No, it is not. It is not anywhere close. Which makes it even more baffling that they're abandoning. They're just, I can't believe Sony's just abandoning Destiny as an IP. Because Bluepoint had the exact same thing. Bluepoint was trying to pitch, hey, let us do this remaster. Oh, let us do this game or whatever. Goodness gracious alive. Give me that super. What was that noise? Oh, I have 2 minutes left. I almost just myself. Ah! No, you don't. Sit your ass down, big feller.
It's pretty clear the Guardian is fine on their own.
So yeah, if they D3 they lean into horror.
For these missions.
I think the best loot system for Destiny 2 was in between the time frame of Beyond Light and before crafting. That was the perfect time. That was the perfect time. Like I said, I'm okay with crafting for seasonal weapons, but you can't. No. Crafting weapons is too casual. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. Crafting weapons is too casual. It's too casual friendly. That's what First Descendant is having an issue with right now. Is like everything is just so streamlined now that it is so casual friendly right now. And I kind of have a problem with that. Yeah. I think it can cater to multiple things though. Destiny 1's issues in terms of how it is, in my personal opinion, the subclass system in D1 is not good. Especially at the rate in which you unlock stuff is abysmal in D1. In terms of loot, I like the balance of it. If the loot rarity of D1 could stick around, but like the perks and stuff of Destiny 2 could stay, then I think that would be the perfect combo. Because I'm gonna be real here, a lot of legendaries in Destiny 2 are kind of useless. They're only good because they're legendary. That's my issue with Destiny 1 loot as a whole. Especially exotics. Especially exotics. Exotics in D1 are terrible. Especially weapons. Awful. Like actual doo-doo butter. Okay, we'll do one more Legend of Acrius run. Then, show you my Kratos build that I never made a video on because it's so bad. Bad because it's how unusable it is.
You're getting close to the next objective.
Got our hands full here. You'll need to do this
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah. And it's just the 3 elements, but as separate exotics. Like, now if the Thunderlord, Nova Mortis, I think that's what it was called, and whatever the other thing was, it would have just, its exotic perk at D2 would have been it being able to swap elements, but them just being one gun. But D1 separated them into a bunch of separate guns. There's always an ammo box there, and I don't know why it's gone. I don't have enough ammo to deal with 2 overloads, so we're gonna try to get that ammo here. Oh, precision takedowns? Nope. Just realized that. Nope. I wish I could get more heavy ammo. Heavy ammo. Oh, my Deepstone Crypt shell. By the way, this shell I have used since I've gotten it. Since I got it when I really started doing Deepstone Crypt, I have not taken off this ghost shell. It has been on some character permanently. Even when I try to swap it up on Titan, I put it on my Warlock. Like, this ghost has not left my side.
I'm not worried. I've been holding Trostland alone for long enough to know what a single soldier can do.
Hold up, charger. Just gonna scoot by you, Fallen. Yes, finally, ammo crate. Please be heavy ammo. Yes, I can actually work on Acrius. Holy shit. Ow. Damn. Okay, I'm just gonna chill up here for this hot second. This will actually stun him. Ooh, that's a lot of kills. Let's go. Oh no, it's precision! Precision! Stop giving me precision, Bungie! Just when I had a heavy ammo crate! Just when I had a heavy ammo crate. I had a heavy ammo crate. Damn. I can't wait till the portals. Even though I know they're not getting rid of the portal, but like... Strike Ops better just be running strikes. They'll make me do too much work.
Comms are 5x5. We've got eyes. but nobody on deck.
Okay, command's
You're on your
defeated.
own.
This I can do.
Not so. The Guardian has heavy weapons
Where's the third?
and
Okay.
plenty of grenades.
I don't mind this threat too
Oh,
much.
and Ghost.
Right. Thanks, Saint.
Okay, ammo crate. Should be special and heavy, right? You're special? Heavy. Yes! Heavy ammo. Need the Macrius kills. Thing's fucking far. There we are. No! You weren't lined up perfectly! Fuck you! Fuck you. Okay, well that is its thing. We'll go over to the other one. Beautiful. I was already amplified. I don't know why I did that. Yeetus the fetus? Yeetus the fetus? Ooh, heavy brick! No! Oh, it might have been counterfeit anyway. No, that definitely was a real heavy brick. That was definitely a very unnecessary shot, but that's okay. Yeetus the fetus? Woo-wee! Okay. Line them up. Beautiful. Then grenade. Oh, man. I like... I clear with arc. I just don't like trying to survive with it. Okay, well, I'm gonna blow these up. Bruh. I was not touching that. Something's off with this charger. What I will say is I'm really glad that I'm not someone like Dado or even Astacross to quite a bit of an extent. That, you know, his content relies mainly on Destiny 2. Like, I hardly have uploaded that much Destiny 2 stuff recently. Blind. Fuck you. But it's great for me. Because not everyone on this channel is sub for that stuff. Some people are sub for soul stuff. Sure, are the mass majority here for Destiny 2? Yeah, but there's quite a bit of people that are here for soul stuff. Oh, I don't have powerful attrition on. Oh, come on! I missed all my shots! I'll see though. Fuck! Now it's kind of going to be the time to be a Destiny 2 content creator for a little bit. Just a few tasks from you will do it. There you are. Ooh, more ammo. Oh, that's not ammo. No, I missed! So it doesn't matter. He's dead. Beautiful. Yeetus the fetus! Oh, that was a beautiful nade. Oh. Beautiful. Perfection.
All done. Exemplary craftsmanship, Guardian. Think we'll see enemy reinforcements? Hard to say. When that time comes, our Guardian will have to return. For now, we must relish in the peace while it lasts.
Yeah, season pass. There we are. That's all I wanted. I wanted the shader. That's the main thing I wanted. Definitely feel some type of way about it. Now, the Kratos setup specifically. Now, keep in mind, this is a scrapped build because of kind of how bad it is. But I did want to post it. Well, not because it's terrible or anything, but it's unusable on higher-end content. It's completely unusable. Now, keep in mind, I originally was trying my best not to use Khepri's Horn. But it was impossible to fashion around, so... Also, can Bungie just please fix loadouts? Because if you have a different exotic equipped, it won't do it for some reason. Yeah, I've just been exchanging these for Bright Dust. I mean, for, not Bright Dust, but Eververse Engrams. Because they have a chance to drop me Bright Dust. Wait, no, I got a shader. That I probably already have, honestly. But, there's a reason why I didn't use this build. First off, y'all gotta admit, the fit kinda clean. The fit is kinda clean. And I think I had originally with the Neomean Lion Sparrow. But, to be determined. This is a reference to God of War 2's Kratos outfit when he finally becomes a God of War. That is a reference to that is a reference to that outfit in particular. Also, Minotaur, he kills Minotaurs in God of War 3. A Neomean Lion, that is a reference to the Neomean Lion grips that, well, they're the fist weapons that you actually gain from Heracles in God of War 3. And then I was using Path of the Burning Steppe because it was the most inoffensive exotic that I could use. No, I'm using Phoenix Cradle, but the other thing, or whatever. Honestly, Wacky legendary ornaments. Capri Storm. This is gonna be my Capri Storm fashion. For show. For show. For show. What am I was using Soul Invictus and Consecration. That's right. I barely remember most of this setup, but it was a generic solar setup that I usually use. And our Witherhorde. Now, choosing an exotic for this was actually quite difficult, but I ended up going with Witherhorde because Witherhorde causes enemies to be taken. In God of War 3, you actually gain Hades' soul when you claim his I forget what the blades are called, but Hades is purple chaos blades. Those what the fuck? What are we doing? But also I'm shocked because I think that's world chat. Right? Local? When the fuck has anyone used local chat? Like, holy actual shit. But where was it? Yeah, so that is in reference to those soul blades, because you can use the souls of enemies. This causes taken enemies to become taken. I decided to go with the generic look, because this looks the closest to, I forget what Hades' area is actually called. Valley of Souls or something like that. Tartarus, I think that's what it's called. But these other ornaments just didn't fit the vibe. If I'm being perfectly honest. Like, that fits more of an Oceanus type vibe. So I decided to go with this instead. Zali's Bane. I just had to use a solar weapon. No other reason. And I really wanted to use, y'all don't know, I wanted to use this so badly. But I resisted. Because of fashion, that makes no sense. But I decided to go with Zali's Bane. I forget the reasoning. There was some reason for it. I don't remember. Now this. I used false items because it is the only sword that can get attrition orbs on it. Or there's one of the only solar swords that can get attrition orbs on it. But y'all gotta respect the paint I used on it. Blade of Olympus has a very similar color scheme. So the color scheme is actually a reference to the Blade of Olympus. Also, of course, it does this dealer's choice and bait and switch attrition orbs. And in case I want to know the shader, it's called Cade's Duds, which is a shader that I've never used. Also, I forgot. I don't know if I showed y'all the shaders for this, but this is what I decided to go with. All different armor pieces, but similar-ish shaders. I originally wanted to do Kratos' Taken look. Hold on a second. Let me pull up an image here real quick. Let me pull up an image real quick of what I'm talking about. Oh, it's called this Dominus armor, by the way. That's what I'm referencing. Let me get the specific art that I used for. Yes, this. This was the... Okay. So this in particular was the image that I used. This was the image that I used for the fashion idea. So I got Minotaurs and then Lion on the chest plate. So that was my reference. But I was originally going to go for... This was the original, concept I was going to do, but I just couldn't find anything that could be used for it. So I decided not to go that route. Now, fun fact, whenever I actually do most fashions, I actually do have a reference up. For example, for Joe Hendry, I had a reference up for Joe Hendry. I had a reference. The fuck do I have this? Chad, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know. The full raids aren't even coming out to DCV. Campaigns definitely aren't. Bungie doesn't even have access to Red War. So they had issues with that lawsuit. Okay. Let's do a little some here. I'm not gonna do another stupid ass solo op. I don't really feel like it. Let's do a Pinnacle. You know what? Because I'm not planning on doing anything super difficulty. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Do some Presage. I'm gonna go. I have to go down to master difficulty. The Arkham subreddit. Holy, the Arkham subreddit. I'm not gonna do the time bonus shenanigans. I'm using solar, so. I'm not using any of these. Do I want to use any of these modifiers? I like Chill Touch, and I do actually like Counterfeit. But I'm not doing the rest of these. Because fuck that shit. Yeah, this build is actually completely unusable in anything higher than Master. Even in Master, I was struggling to make this build usable. But hey, at least Batman will later get one of the greatest Batman games of all time. And yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying Lego Batman is an all-time game. Like an all-time Batman game. Is it better than Arkham? I don't know yet. But in terms of Lego games, it's a top 3 for me officially. The only other two that I would have higher than it is Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga and not the Skywalker Saga. Lego: The Complete Saga. That one in particular. Great. The other one that's above it as well is Lego Lord of the Rings. Just because I grew up with that as a kid, right? So, but Lego Batman is up there. It is up there for sure. It's gonna depend on its ending.
I'm receiving you, Guardian.
Also, remember when we could see our ships? Also, Deep Zali's Bane. Oh, you gotta admit that shit look clean. You gotta admit that shit look clean.
This ship is Cabal. I have a duty to its crew while Callus remains free.
What have you found in our absence?
Hidden records in
This is the
Glycon's
first
mainframe
secret exotic
on your
mission I ever
lost
did.
Guardian.
Because both Torchic and I found it on a complete accident. We didn't know it was happening. So Torchic and I did this first run blind. We did end up needing a third if I remember correctly. Because the final boss, if y'all remember this, when the final boss of this mission released, it was actually quite difficult. So, because at the time, we weren't used to doing damage then running. Doing damage then running. We weren't used to that at the time. We were very used to stay in one place and do damage. Also, we had to go back here for a collectible. Back here was a collectible.
Laughing, eyes glazed over.
And that door had a turret in it, if I remember correctly.
Maybe you can see the hangar and get
Or it was this door that had a turret in it.
I know a few
But there's a collectible here, too.
want to hear what I've seen.
To unlock the lore behind the mission. Which I sorely missed. And this mission's so good because it leaned into horror and shit. Like, ugh. I would describe Destiny 1 and like the best stuff in Destiny 2 as horror Star Wars in a way. That would be like the best description. I had to press this to open the door for a bunch of people. I remember having to shotgun this in order to get it to work. Fuck, you know what? I didn't check and see for champions, but we have consecration, so we can deal with unstoppables.
Did your data mining yield anything about a crown?
Amsat detailed an ornate procession that
I am
brought
gonna
a
try to
high
beat this in that
crown
20-minute
from
time frame,
Leviathan to
and then we'll
Glykon.
probably just chill out after
It
that
allowed
point.
the darkness to invade the Scorn's thoughts.
Of the darkness.
Because I'm gonna be waiting on a phone call from Torchic to ask me to pick her up.
Does the difference matter?
That there is a difference makes our understanding of the darkness a facade.
No way I got an exotic fucking ornament. Okay, well.
What do you presume they are? The crown, the entity?
Idols, sustained by fixation, until there is nothing left to reap.
Oh, I missed. And those of you that don't remember, we actually used to run shotguns during this section. I think it was like first and last Outer Heritage in particular. Back when Anarchy was meta. I have to do all this solo. Oh wait, I gotta go. Yeah, I gotta go over here and do this thing. Oh wait, hold on a second. Something I forgot to do is disable preview. This was more so to break my habits than anything else. I go up here. Beautiful. Will say with Bungie now officially ending Destiny 2, I'm kind of been torn in terms of what to stream, because like I technically have 3 options. I could do some more Destiny 2. Do I really want to? Not necessarily. Hello? No way! This is the main reason why you had a shotgun. Oh wait, it's not this one. It's this one. I'm pretty. No wait, it is this one. Maybe. One of these walls, you could continue doing this and you'd survive the crush. Okay, it was the other wall. But yeah, I just forgot what side it was. Yeah, that was the main reason why you had a shotgun. Just to break those instantly. Which kind of sucks because I can't break them instantly. We know about where they are. I can just fist this part. Beautiful. Oh, if y'all remember the hard light, you would go into that corner to shoot hard light at the ceiling. No there is champions? I can't deal with champions. I actually just can't deal with overloads. I can't deal with overloads with this build. Oh my god, why does everything have to have champions? Why does everything have to have champions? But yeah, this build just can't handle champions. It just can't. Like, unless it's barrier. That was the other major issue. It has to be barrier unstoppable. And fun fact, in case you don't know about this game, barely any activities actually have barrier unstoppable. There's only one faction, I believe, in the entire game that has unstop barrier and nothing else, and that is Cabal. But Cabal actually don't have that many activities. Just going through it a little bit here. Not just Cabal. Not Cabal, not Cabal, not Cabal. Vox Obscura is the only exotic mission available that is just Cabal. Unless you count Nightmare of Garleron Duality, that is an exception. But it's not an exotic mission. There is no Cabal exotic mission besides Vox Obscura. None. Pinnacle Ops. Typhon Imperator is the only one. It is the only one that's Cabal. Why? Also, Strikes is a little bit of a different discussion as well. Raids, there's only 2 raids that are just Cabal? They're in the game currently? No, if you don't count the Dread, at least. If you don't count the Dread. Because technically speaking, Cabal do not have a solo raid. They don't. There are 2 raids that have Dread in them, being Salvation's Edge and Brood of Nightmares is the other one. And in terms of dungeons, Duality is actually the only one. And Equilibrium, but Equilibrium also has Dread in it. So, ooh. So yeah, that's why this build's not usable. It's because of champions specifically. And in this game, you can't do anything if there's champions. You can't deal with champions. Yeah. So, for now, I'm going to show you all something that was a little... What weapon did I use for this? What the fuck kind of weapon did I use for that? I want to use one that's not reliant on an exotic. This? Because I think I used a hand cannon for this, right? Yes, I did. Hold on a second. I'm gonna hope that this does not get me copyrighted. Hold on a second. Just give me a second. Let me just make sure I don't get copyrighted for this. Because if I do, I'm gonna be mad. So I'm only gonna play part of it. Okay. I'm only doing part of this, so I don't get copyright struck.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Not playing the rest of that because, yeah. So, but this is my actions, like my Joe Hendry build, which honestly, I cooked with this build. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that again. We're gonna go back to Presage, and we're gonna kind of speedrun that shit. Oh my God, you have to go all the way down to expert to get rid of champions. That's crazy. I can deal with unstops and overloads. Not super unstops. I can deal with both pretty consistently. But yeah. The Joe Hendry build is you can use pretty much anywhere. It's one of the only builds that I have that can actually deal with all 3 champion types simultaneously. It's like, yes, even though the Pulse Rival is overload as well, jolting feedback does work. And because I have jolting on flashbangs, yeah, I can just flashbang. The whole theme of the build is flashbanging. pause. By the way, I will say, I might do a little bit of trolling here. So some last funny hurrah things. Might finally start putting my voice to use. In terms of, those of y'all that don't know, I do impressions and that sort of thing. Some of them I can slip in and out of, like Kermit the Frog and that sort of thing. I can slip in and out pretty easily, even to the point that I can kind of sing in it sometimes as well. And of course, Mickey Mouse, of course. Even though that one I don't like doing late at night because I have to raise my volume a little bit. So that one I only do during the day for the most part.
I have a duty to his crew while Callus remains free.
What have you found in our absence?
Hidden records in Glycon's mainframe from your lost guardian. They're decrypting as we speak.
Also, keep in mind, voices are hard to do when I can't hear them properly. So that's part of the reason. I will say my Vegeta's not the best currently either. And I'm currently trying to learn both Cell and Plankton right now, but it's not super easy. But y'all should know, I did the Lightfall Bridge stuff, so. Which actually now has no hope of continuing ever. Which is crazy to say. Not as if it was going to happen again. I wouldn't need too many women, and I don't talk to women. Don't say that one time, Torchic. But yeah.
Transmitting the first decrypted message.
He's been drinking more and more.
Being real, I actually don't know too many female gamers, interestingly enough.
Here for hours, laughing, eyes glazed over. There's another alignment tomorrow. Maybe I can slip the hangar and get lost before anyone notices. I know a few Guardians who might want to hear what I've seen.
Bro, I remember the first time going to this mission, hearing those sounds was pretty spooky. I missed this mission so much. Okay, I was about to do something real stupid. I'm gonna be real. I'm about to do something big dumb.
Did your data mining yield anything about a crown?
Oh, I forgot, this can do Unstoppables as well. I think that was the other reason why I carried the weapon.
That allowed the darkness to invade the Scorn's thoughts.
Not the darkness. The entity.
The two are entwined. Does the difference matter?
Back when we didn't know the witness existed.
Our understanding of the darkness a facade.
I'll say best weapon from Renegades, but it's from the dungeon. But my favorite weapon.
The crown, the entity.
Idols.
I would say it's probably my favorite arc weapon,
Until there is
like arc legendary weapon. My favorite exotic is of course Legend of Acryus, but it's just not super duper usable. It just isn't. For trying to be clear, it just uses up way too much ammo. I'm gonna do something stupid. And I survived! Let's see if I can clear this before Torchic has to call me away. I'm just doing that to reset my heat to 0. Remember, that's just at 120 to 130. She's never accurate on time, so it probably means like closer to like 145. And y'all think I'm joking? I am not. She's nah. That's why I tell her not to call me until she's ready to go, because it doesn't take me long. I just gotta throw on some shoes, go pick her up. But yeah, we will be ending stream when she's ready to go. 'Cause when I get back, I'm probably just gonna go to bed. the last one? Oh, there it is. Woo! Okay. I still got it. I still got it. You gotta go, sir. I'm dying. Oh my god. Oh. This corner just rough. What damage resist did I give? Oh, concussive, that's right. Concussive isn't as good for this sort of activity. Concussive is more for other purposes. But this build was not really meant to take on scoring necessarily. Because with scoring, you definitely want sniper damage resist or something. Okay. Where's the heavy ammo? Did I pick it up? Beautiful. Go.
Keitel, it seems Callus has fled. Armsad states, Emperor Callus has left us, his shadow broods. The legionaries spread rumors saying, he merged with darkness, he is dead, he fights to save us. Words dipped in false confidence.
I will say, I'm not going to be able to complete Presage before she's probably done with work.
May we abide his return.
No, it is a trick. He is hiding here or elsewhere. He did not simply vanish.
So, Guardian, go B2, destroy variable.
Buddy. Like, what were you doing? Ooh, this? This is gonna be the best weapon. Let me show you a little bit of a sneaky thing. And out. I gotta kill everyone else first. Bro, how hard is it to just... Holy shit! Have I said that I really don't like Scorn as an enemy type? Yeah, I feel like I don't say it often enough. Okay, there we are. That was so annoying to deal with. Oh, I did collect it, okay. Yep, that one teleports. Okay, the rest of the path should be good. Fuck, I gotta turn around. Where the fuck? There we are. Beautiful. Oh, I died somehow? Okay, I died somehow, but I killed both of them. Oh, I might have gotten exploded by the counterfeit.
Another decrypted entry.
We hit Acheron's wall and sank. Straight down to the deep. Lies in a bad way after the dive, all twisted. I'm all twisted. Whole crew rattling around in my skull like they're thinking for me. Scorn. What they used to be, what they are now. Dive must have opened the cells. Someone's gotta clip their horns, especially the big one. Or we're dead.
And then his ghost to be found here. There it is actually still. Dead ghost. Bruh! Fuck you. Hello? I am trying to keep Substances Speed Booster active. Oh, come on. I will say, the score in here have solar shield, so that is going to be a little problematic, but you know what? It'll be fine. Eat. I gotta make sure I'm careful not to melee or ability anything, because I want to keep that bolt charge for I wanted to keep that bolt charge for the boss down there. For Locus of Communion. Because they should just be able to Thunder Crash and it'd be over. But sometimes, Lucas will teleport like that. Now I just go to the other side, pulse rifle a few times, and then that should be good. That should be it. Should be good. Okay, I can't see it for some reason. Get back to our post. Almost got Thunder Crash. Oh, that didn't get me there. Okay. Beautiful. No! Oh wait, I forgot. It doesn't reset it. It doesn't reset it. Also, what did I tell you? Torchic was not going to be ready by 2:30. Well, by 1:30. Okay. Yeah, I guess now I can actually stay under there and just fight her under there, I guess. Because I can do that. Patrician orbs! Done. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. We actually managed to complete Presage before Torchic got off work. Impressive. You know, loot doesn't really matter to us here. Also, a little Cabal right here. Also said, I have lived a good life. And most people probably won't remember this, but this room was originally locked, and we actually couldn't see the Crown of Sorrow. Well, we only unlocked the Crown of Sorrow on the final week or whatever, which was really cool, and it gave an Ascendant Shard, which at the time was quite rare. Okay, I didn't realize it didn't give me time to pick up any loot whatsoever. Okay. Okay, well, I guess we'll go to the tower or whatever. We'll dismantle a bunch of stuff, so... Look at all these raid banners. I do have quite a bit of them.
Yes. Check, check, check.
Not bother getting with any of these tier 5s.
All done, all done.
Also, I must say, this is the fullest a tower has ever been since I've played for a while. And I guess we can sit here and chill for a little bit. If y'all got any cool last minute things or questions for me, now's, you know, the time. Or my opinions on certain things. Now is the time. Before I dip out. I think Torchic is actually going to call me here soon. Also now in a state of struggling to be awake. I gotta stay awake for Torchic, but I drank an energy drink like way earlier at work, and yeah, that shit's starting to really wear off now. I'm hoping she calls me soon here. Actually, while I'm here, let me actually pull up my... things that pretty much show where they usually are. But yeah, I really don't know what I'm gonna do stream-wise. Sunday, I really don't. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. It probably won't be Destiny 2. Usually I don't like achievement hunting for maps and whatnot until the story is finished. So... But the Hades 2 trophy shenanigans, well, achievement shenanigans, they don't really get, you know, these or anything like that. Being perfectly honest, we will probably do Lego Batman. I'm not going to be able to play the older story missions, but I am going to be able to do a lot of the side stuff. Torchic does not want me progressing the story until, she doesn't want me progressing the story without her. Which, you know, makes perfect sense. I'm hoping there's a way to replay missions, like, at all. And I hope it's not just, yeah, you can replay the missions after you've already finished the story. I would like to be able to go back through and play some of the older missions. Because if that's the case, that's what we're going to do for sure. Is go through some of the story missions and that sort of thing. Not in order per se, but in missions that I'm missing stuff, we're going to go look for those things. So we'll probably shoot some Lego Batman this upcoming Sunday. And then after that, I will probably be done playing the game with Torchic. So not playing the game, I'd like finish playing the game with Torchic, but at least finish the story. So that might be what we stream. But again, we're in very murky territory right now, so. Like, I'm glad I did not trust her on the 120 to 130, because, like, I would have been out there for, like, almost, like, 15 to 25 minutes. Like, come on. I will say I've basically kept these 3 ships in my inventory for as long as I can remember. I've kept this one, the King's Fall ship. I kept it on until I started using Crota's End. And this one I just have. Looks clean. And then of course I've always kept this one, at least tried to. Mainly because it was the last exotic ship you could earn. It was the final one. Oh, speaking of which. Okay, that's a sign that I have to go. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to see all that I have. If y'all are looking at this after, stream's already done. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Don't expect one, tomorrow or anything like that. Next stream will be Sunday, probably like a Batman. So on that note, though, appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.